Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 27th of September. So looking at the euro dollar, and well, we've finally seen it break through its weekly pivot, so it's consolidated around this area for some time. So it's quite surprising it actually went through the Asian session this morning. It's broken through there. Now it could be attributable to comments that the Italian government may postpone their meeting for the 2019 budget. That may have been all it needed to roll it over the edge there. We'll see. But certainly broken through some key levels. Now, I have been pretty bullish on this up until, well, I'm still partially bullish on it. And, well, I am bullish on it, partially. Just my left arm. No, I'm still sort of bullish on this market. But it has, in this intermediate time, it's certainly broken down and given us some lower highs now. We've been running up the higher lows over the last couple of weeks. It started okay this week and it looked like it was going to progress, but then stalled. And we've seen a sell-off at the moment. Now, whether or not this will carry on to roll over completely, it does look like it could get back towards that daily 21 potentially. But maybe we'll see a reversal at some point. But as I say, daily 21, 4-hourly 100 below there could be targets. We've seen this sort of sharp movement through the markets there. Now, what about today then? Well, looking at this time frame, well, it may be there may be potential to sell into retracements at the moment, maybe back towards the prior highs there, just above the pivot into that 60-minute 200. Although not totally convinced it won't completely reverse, but we'll see as it progresses through this morning. Otherwise, it's just a case of being patient on that one. Upside targets, well, we really haven't got any statistical targets to the upside. Maybe it could get back towards its 60-21s at some point. In fact, I have got a statistical, and it could get up to at least it's 30-21 and maybe 30-50. It's just switch markets. I just remember there's something else that's occurred there. So maybe we could get it returning back into. That sell-off was quite sharp. It has triggered an oversold situation, so maybe it could get back there, but at the moment it's stalling, and we have potential, well, as I say, downside towards the daily 21 there. May just draw it. Right, that's the euro. They can remain oversold for a while. Let's have a look at the oops, well, I've just done there. Didn't mean to do that. Let's have a look at the dailies. The pound. So the pound sold off a little bit then, nowhere near as much, but well, not the most bullish markets at the moment. It pushed up, put a new high in yesterday, so largely it's still working, or had been working in the high lows, high highs. It's been sitting, but actually it has just rolled over in this sort of intermediate time frame. It's just sort of broken this little trend line at the moment as well. So maybe we'll see some dollar strength coming through these markets, or more dollar strength coming through. It isn't just to these two pairs. It's a signal through the whole markets by looks at it, of the dollar strength. No, actually it's not completely. Just looking. So lower highs, lower lows here. At the moment it's, I just want to turn this back into a 60-minute chart. Yep, it's sorry, just checking a couple of things. No, not oversold. Hit the daily pivot, hit the S1 again here. It's, well, it's not oversold as such here, and indecisive market, although lower highs, as I say, lower highs, it could be any retracements may be sold back, but where to? Prior lows there at around about the 131 area could be next in line. Okay, as I say, not the clearest of markets here when it's done what it's done over through the Asian session. Never mind the best of things when we see this now. Bearish engulfing on yesterday's bar there for the dollar yen. It's still got an untouched daily weekly pivot below there. Now it has been tracking up and it pushed in new highs yesterday, but that's a key reversal candle, sorry, coming back to that daily bar there. So it's a key reversal bar sitting there, and it's broken the trend line that's going across that 34 moving average. Just about it's broken that. I should imagine if you put a proper trend line on there, it's been broken anyway on this consolidation around this area. As I said, it has got the weekly pivot. I still haven't and certainly erring that it might still push up at some point, but maybe we need to retrace first. Certainly on this lower time frame here, 60 minutes, lower highs, lower lows are clear, and that 60 minute 200 S1 may become targets if we see a continued move here. So this looks like a money to moving completely opposite to the euro and pound. It looks like sort of a risk trade going on here, money going to safety or perceived safety. Now, there is a divergence on this 60-minute time frame, so just be aware of that. I mean, it may continue to roll over there, but we'll see how it rolls. But there could well be a draw there, but there is a divergence there at the moment, but that could push on. Aussie dollar. These markets are not making it easy for me today. Okay. So Aussie dollar managed to get through that pitch through the trend line yesterday. Never managed to hold on to its gains, sold off. There's a soft divergence sitting there. So control on the, okay, it's only a RSI. Oops, RSI divergence. So it's a softish divergence, but it's a divergence all the same. Most likely a bit clearer here on the shorter time frames. Looks a bit weak looking now. I drew this trend line yesterday or the day before, and it's looking like, well, it's broken that again, suggesting further downside. What we're seeing here, it has got an untouched daily pivot above there. Any sort of significant rallies, could see it heading towards this. As I say, I'm all suspicious of moves that happen like this through the Asian session, and whether we'll just see a complete reversal and price running in there. There's nothing significant enough that I can see to cause this right the way through, but there you are. What do I know? Obviously something's happened there which I cannot see at the moment, but as much as these have put in reversal bars yesterday, shooting stars, yes, we've seen a move down here, maybe a bit of continuation, but it seems quite harsh at the moment. Sorry, I keep flicking through the time here, just looking for clues, but there we are. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar pushing up hard then, so okay, so that's negatively correlated with the euro, the pound, etc., and the Aussie dollar. It's the dollar yen that's the odd one out, and that's which is suggesting money's gone to safety, and the dollar strength coming through in the main otherwise. Okay, flight to safety. So what with here then, a continuation maybe. It's there was an expectation yesterday it may have rolled over, but it didn't roll over. It's gone completely the opposite way and quite solidly. Now this went through yesterday as we ran through the US news, so that was certainly a part of that, but well, we'll see how it runs on there. Most of the news was relatively absorbed into the market and we saw chop, but we have, for the Canadian dollar, we've got the daily pivot below, so if it does start rolling over, there is a bit of a target. So any correction from this this price action, although the price action, well, what time did it start here? No, that was more based around the US data, that would suggest, but FOMC with the Canadian dollar. But if you come back to the reason I'm sort of questioning these markets is when you come back here, it had very little it had volatility and noise, in the market from the FOMC meeting, but for many hours it didn't really give us any trend or anything else, which is the complex bit when you then got a sell off here for me. So suspicious of these moves. In summary, not too sure where we're going at the moment. As I said, I think on some of these markets are a little bit oversold, and we could get a correction, a decent sized correction on them. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Oh, just one other thing. There is news coming out today. Sorry, and the news today is core durable goods at 1:30. We've got Draghi speaking then at 2:30. So and Fed Powell speaking right the way through 9:30 in the evening. So the chair speaking at 9:30. So maybe a bit of volatility later. He's already had a chat, so don't expect too much to come from that 9:30 chat in the evening. But at least it gives it something to move the markets. Have a great day. Bye for now.